The story begins with the peaceful sight of a vast, sparkling ocean. Seagulls glide through the clear blue sky as a red and white ferry slices through the waves. Heading toward the island of Torishiro, the camera soars with the birds, offering a sense of freedom, signaling the start of a summer journey. On board the ferry, a young boy with brown hair and amber eyes quietly stares out at the sea. Lost in thought, he murmurs to himself, likening his current state to a wounded migratory bird. An old woman nearby overhears and asks what he said, sparking a light-hearted conversation. The boy awkwardly tries to explain that he meant it metaphorically, he's just emotionally hurt. The old woman smiles warmly, and their exchange brings a soft and humorous touch to the scene. Suddenly, a glowing butterfly flutters across the sea and toward a pale-haired girl standing alone at the dock. With her long white hair and deep blue eyes, she seems almost otherworldly. The atmosphere turns dreamlike, filled with mystery and quiet sorrow. When the ferry docks, the boy steps onto the island and is immediately struck by a strange sense of nostalgia. Even though he's never been here before, the same old woman reappears and jokes that the feeling is ajabu, a playful twist on déjà vu. They continue their friendly banter, adding warmth to the unfolding summer tale. The boy begins exploring the island, coastal roads lined with old-style Japanese houses, a quiet harbor, and a serene Shinto shrine. Children laugh and play in the streets as the camera shows vibrant shots of beaches, forests, and village life. The island feels like a peaceful slice of summer. At last, the title, Summer Pockets, appears in the sky, written among soft white clouds. Eventually, the boy arrives at a traditional Japanese house. A woman with wine-red hair greets him at the door, Masaki Kyoko, his aunt, now in charge of the home after his grandmother passed away. The boy introduces himself as Takahara Harry and mentions that he'll be staying for the summer. Kyoko also hints that another relative will be joining them. Harry settles into his new surroundings, lying on a tatami mat, gazing out into the garden. He breathes in the calm, the promise of a memorable summer just beginning. From a wide shot of green mountains under a clear sky, we return to Harry, who's relaxing in the house and thinking about the letter that brought him here. His eccentric grandmother had passed away a month ago, leaving behind a storage shed full of treasures collected from her travels. Since some items held sentimental value, they couldn't just be sold off. So a free family member was asked to come and help, and that person happened to be Harry. Contemplating his strange new duty, Harry dozes off and dreams of sinking underwater, reaching for a mysterious light. When he wakes up, the sky has turned a soft orange, dusk has arrived. That evening, Harry chats with Kyoko while she watches TV. She's made him instant noodles and curry for dinner. Though Harry doesn't complain, Kyoko feels guilty and decides to take him to a better spot for food. Later that night, Harry rides a scooter down the hill to a humble diner called Marin. There, he orders the happy set, a bowl of oyakodon, chicken and egg rice, served with soup and pickles. When he asks why it's called a happy set, the chef explains, because it has both the parent and the child in one bowl. Harry is a little shocked but can't help laughing. After the meal, he goes for a night ride around the island and ends up getting lost. He passes a sign for Torishiro Elementary School and hears the sound of splashing water. Curious, he finds the school's pool gate unlocked and walks in. There, under the moonlight, he sees a girl with long silvery hair swimming alone. She surfaces and notices him. Harry introduces himself, and she responds with a hint of recognition at the name, Taka. When he asks her name, she shyly replies, Shiroa. He wonders why she's swimming so late, and she simply says she's practicing. When she asks why he's there, Harry admits he got lost trying to find Katu-san's house, but he meant his aunt's. It's a strange yet charming encounter, one that hints at deeper connections waiting to unfold. Later that night, Harry reflects on the meeting while standing by the pool. He wonders about the girl's cryptic word, dosokoi. When he returns home, Kyoko tells him it's a local slang used to say someone's being a nuisance, making Harry realize Shiroa might have found him annoying, which leaves him a little embarrassed. The next morning, a cheerful girl with long purple hair bursts into the room to wake him. She introduces herself as Umi, his younger cousin, and says she made fried rice for breakfast. Harry is surprised and delighted by how good it tastes, which makes Umi beam with pride. After breakfast, the two play rock paper scissors to decide who does the chores. Umi keeps losing and accuses Harry of cheating. He explains that he can read her expressions too easily. Determined, Umi tries to hide her emotions. And finally, she wins, jumping with joy. Dressed in her sailor-style school uniform, Umi waves goodbye as she heads out for the day. Kyoko tells Harry to explore the island and cryptically hints that he might stumble upon something magical. While wandering along a quiet seaside path, Harry spots a girl with teal hair sleeping under a tree. Next to her is a fluffy, fox-like creature. Just as a beetle is about to fall on her, Harry rushes over to save her. The girl wakes up startled, and their eyes meet, hers a striking red. A new connection is about to begin. Harry tries to explain himself, but the girl immediately accuses him of being a creep. Their misunderstanding turns into a hilarious exchange. The noise wakes up the little creature, Pawn, who turns out to be her companion. They move to a grassy field and continue chatting. Harry explains he came to the island to sort through his late grandmother's belongings. But the girl remains cautious. Realizing she's late for work, she grabs Pawn and runs off. Left alone, Harry wonders how she knew the time without a watch. Later, he finds himself standing near a pier, staring out to sea. A large wave suddenly crashes over him, soaking him completely. An elderly woman appears and comments on his unfortunate timing, making him sigh about the trials of summer. Riding shirtless on his scooter, Harry is soon stopped by a tanned young man with long hair tied back. The stranger warns him that being shirtless is dangerous. Before Harry can reply, water bullets come flying from above. A girl with short greenish blonde hair on a lifeguard tower shouts that being shirtless outside the swimming zone is against the rules. The tanned guy gets blasted and dramatically yells at Harry to run if he wants to live. Later that night, Harry returns home still without a shirt. Umi is shocked and screams at him to get dressed. After a funny argument, she gives him a box that had just arrived. Inside are books, a journal, a letter, and a photo of Harry with two other boys and a coach by the pool. One of the boys is the tanned guy he met earlier. Umi asks if he used to be in the swim club. Harry jokes that it was actually the swim trunks club, which confuses Umi. She runs off to ask Kyoko what that means. Harry stays behind, quietly staring at the photo. Later, under the night sky, he returns to the school's pool. There, he once again finds Shiro swimming. When she rises from the water, Harry accidentally makes a sound that startles her. He apologizes, and she teasingly asks if he's lost again. Flustered, he tries giving her swim tips before awkwardly running off. Shiro watches him leave, slightly amused and curious. The episode ends with a gentle image of Umi sitting alone on the porch. The quiet night settling in. It's the perfect close to a strange but memorable day, one filled with odd encounters, gentle humor, and the quiet magic of summer on Torishiro Island.